Why should I give a damn? 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 Why should I give a damn?
What the fuck is up? You are now tuned into episode 88. Shout out to Colin. I didn't even tell you this before the show. One of my co-workers, man, shout out to Tony. He told me to make sure that I shout out Michael Irvin because in his words, I always shout out them bum-ass Packers. So he was like, make sure you give out Michael Irvin. He said I wasn't going to say it because he said I'm too biased. I wasn't going to say it. Tony, I'm never biased. Okay?
I would have.
So shout out Michael Irvin.
Salute to him. He sounds like a good man. And shout out to Drew Pearson, too. Hall of Famer, another 88. CD Lamb.
Already know what time it is. 88. We back in the motherfucking building. I am your host, Eric.
It's your girl, Breezy the Barber.
I'm Della.
It's your boy, Colin.
And we got another one for you guys. 88. You already know we straight. Don't hate.
Shout out to motherfuckers who was born in 88 and claim to be 80s babies. You're a 90s baby.
Exactly.
Let's stop. You're a 90s. You don't know shit about the 80s. You're a 90s baby.
And I feel like that's a good, because I'm an 89er, but I claim to be a 90s baby, because I feel like you rep the decade you grew up in, not necessarily born in. If you got, wherever you got the most childhood memories of, that's your decade. That's just plain and simple. Most of my childhood memories are 90s.
Yeah,
that just is what it
Past
is.
the 6-year mark in a decade, it gets a little fickle. You need to start claiming the next. You need to start claiming the next one up.
Oh, what you don't want to be is one of these no child left behind babies. That's what
What does that mean?
Shout out George. So George Bush was the one who came in with that no
Stop
child left
flunking
behind
niggas,
bitch,
basically.
where there's no more flunking people, and now these kids get passed no matter what. That's why the school systems, a lot of these public schools are fucked up. Because and when he did the No Child Left Behind, a lot of these public schools got exposed because what was happening was motherfuckers had that fear of flunking. The parents weren't doing shit, but the fear of flunking. Because I remember when I was in school, the fear of flunking pushed me my last couple of years. So that's what that mean? Meaning that if you don't finish a grade, you have to go do that grade over. You got to do grade 10 again or grade 12. Yeah,
No,
are you Amish?
Huh? Am I what?
With Amish? Like, where did you go to school?
No, they tried to skip me a grade, but my school wouldn't allow it. I almost graduated early, so I'm just like, I don't really know what that means. I never.
Outlier D. Outlier
sorry.
D. You should have a clothing line that's called the Outlier. That would be kind of
Wow.
cool. Fuck the little No Child Left Behind. Start flunking kids again. Make America great again by doing that. Flunk kids again, because that's what's wrong. All you participation
animated MAGA hat over Eric.
This is the participation. This is the participation award trophy generation, I call them, where they feel like they just get credit for showing up to the mother. I'm here. I'm here. Fuck you. And then as soon as you say fuck, oh, now you're my mental health. What the fuck? Fuck you.
Shout out to the NFL.
Mental fuck you.
Yeah, shout out to the NFL player James Harrison. His two kids a while back got a participation trophy because their team didn't place in their football league. He threw them shits away and said we don't do that. Now that's extreme, but I feel him. Now I wouldn't throw my kid shit away, but I go we're not displaying that. That one can go in the back of I mean, it will go for spelling bee.
If your kid has Down syndrome or something, or
I don't do that either. I can't lie. No, only because I hate when I'm watching a basketball game and they let the kid with Down syndrome get free shots in. What are you teaching this kid? He's a part of something. Me, if I'm on another team, I'm blocking your shot. I'm stealing the ball from you. You're not getting a lucky free little touchdown off of me.
Did y'all see Waterboy? Waterboy?
Yeah, Waterboy. Shout out to Adam Sandler. But did you know it's a good example of that?
Radio.
That one guy with the one arm. With the one arm that be hooping.
The black dude?
Black dude.
The Hansel guy.
Yeah,
he's got cold.
He has cold. One arm. He's cold. Yeah. And he would have never got that cold had niggas been treating him like the nigga with one arm. He looks like a nigga who went to the park and I'm like, fuck that.
There's a white dude with one arm who made it to Florida. There's white dudes with one arm. That nigga, God knew not to give him two arms. Look up Hansel one. Trust me, he would be Kobe if he had two arms. So he still got letters from Memphis. Like he can actually hoop. God just said, you know what? I need to humble you. I'm gonna give you one arm.
The same dude?
The black dude.
Yeah,
he'll be dunking and windmilling on niggas.
Cold. I mean, I'm watching him. I'm like, if he had two arms,
do you think his highlights are only that because they let him do it?
No, I think his highlights
gotcha.
I think that's what I'm saying. Like as niggas, especially, he looked like he grew up in the hood. I don't know his situation, but from the look of him, he looks hood-ish. And when you grow up in the hood, there is no feeling sorry for nobody, because in the hood it's different. I'm not gonna be the nigga who get busted by a one-armed nigga. So I'm going at your ass.
So I have a question. You wrestling, you trying to have an undefeated record, and I go, Dylan, it's this guy with Down syndrome. He's been a team manager for this long.
Why it always gotta be this?
It is, but I'm just saying, can you mind just letting them 1, 2, 3 you?
No,
we know the answer.
There's no honorary. No, we don't. I don't like that honorary giving nigga a freebie shit, none of that shit. No, you come out there. Once you're out there, you can get whooped like anybody else.
And I feel like if you want to be on the team and if you're trying to play, why make it easier? They want to play. Like, they're not trying to get baby.
And my thing about it is, too, a lot of these people who have limitations and all this stuff, your limitation ain't even as limiting as you may think it is.
You talking about like the fat people who be on scooters at Disney World?
Or the people with saggy bellies that be on the little scooters at Walmart and shit. Like, your limitations don't really be that bad.
When I was pregnant, I was on that damn scooter. Okay.
But I'm just saying, I feel like a lot of times people get coddled because they have a situation. And for certain situations, like if you're in a wheelchair, I understand there should be ramps. I'm not trying to be anti-disabled. I feel like we should make the world as accessible to everybody as we can. Everybody should have access. Everybody should be able to go upstairs and do shit regardless of their abilities. But at the same time, when it comes down to competition, I maybe it's the competitor to me, but if I had one arm, no arm, whatever, I don't want you to switch up the rules for me because now I don't have a gauge on just how great I am. Am I this good? Or am I just the token guy that y'all are doing for y'all own little patch?
That's how I felt about Oscar Pistorius, the South African murderer. But he wouldn't go. But you know, both his legs were amputated. But he had like the little springs on his shit. I felt like you should have been in the Paralympics because you have cyborg legs.
That's a little cheating.
This kind of spring. That was kind of. I didn't like that.
Yeah, at some point.
I mean, Breezy. Let's say you go to a track event. And your son is killing it, and the little dude with the boing legs just get the boinging past your just get the boinging past your boy, cause he got the little boing legs on, and shit. Now he 5 foot ahead of everybody else. You would be mad? You don't think they should have that? Cause my thing is like, why not have a whole? There's plenty amputees out there. Fine.
The Paralympics. They have
I would watch a race.
That's cap.
Of niggas with nothing but boing.
That's cap because you don't watch the Paralympics.
I don't watch the Paralympics because I would watch a boing race though.
Some of them, I'm gonna tell you, I went to TSU. I went to college with this guy Marquise. Great, he was fast, but he kept saying he was in the Olympics. Then I found out it was the Paralympics. I'm like, what? I'm sorry, no offense. I thought you was normal. He said I'm legally blind. I felt like that was cheating. Like, nigga, you can barely see a little bit, but you're going against like crippled nigga. I thought that was cheating, but he's really on the Paralympic track team.
Wait.
He's just a normal nigga from like Baltimore who just kind of can't see out one eye.
That's damn there is cheating. So because you can barely see, you're going against niggas with one legs and stuff like that. Oh, that's fucked up.
Not funny.
Like I said,
not funny.
That's the reason why the parallel. Look, let me be in charge. I don't know who runs the Paralympics. Let me be in charge. I would make that shit cracking because I don't think they're utilizing it in a way that they could be making the money off. Because I'm telling you, if you get a bunch of elite niggas with metal legs and tell them to race, and niggas will watch that. If you get a bunch of niggas, if you have a bunch of wheelchair niggas, let's say you have boxing, we watch UFC, all this other shit. You wouldn't watch 2 wheelchair niggas hit each other, and whoever gets knocked out their chair loses.
No, because I watch Street Beefs, and they put wheelchair niggas on Street Beefs, and it's like Rock'em Sock'em the robots, because they just in a chair this close doing. There's no movement, and I've tried to watch wheelchair basketball. What's the shit they got here? Woo ball. Whirly ball, where it's basically wheelchair, whatever. They have that out there, like jousting and shit. I respect it, but it's kind of.
You wouldn't watch 2 niggas with no arms have a kickboxing competition?
Yes.
Because all they can, because they can't punch.
I like weird fight. I seen 2 niggas fighting in a phone booth in England. I seen 2 niggas fighting with full night gear. I like weird fighting shit. I like weird fights. So that would be great.
They need to have a midget section where it's just nothing but the short. You got to be at least 4. What's the legal height? I believe 4'11". It's like 4'11". Anything under 4'11" is considered a little person. I don't want to call them a midget. A little person. So anything under 4'11", I wouldn't. Would you watch two little people fighting?
I'll watch it for the novelty, like once on some high shit. Because I'm a YouTube.
I'd rather see you live in person though.
That would be pretty crazy.
So they be having midget wrestling. So you gonna pay to see the next midget wrestling promotion? Your man take you, your new boo take you on a date. Oh, we about to pull up to the show.
And they got like a show for the midgets, like Real Housewives, but they be fighting on that show. They do be fighting. They be lit.
Look, don't get it twisted. Them little motherfuckers be strong as a bitch.
Yeah.
I've never seen a little person that didn't have muscles or some shit, bro. They all got muscles.
That's why I say
it's like they get short, but they muscles get
and
more
they all
compact,
strapped
bro.
too.
That's why I say all midgets are strapped.
Yeah.
They compact. They stout, as they used to call them.
I think that's why the dudes be talking about. They be having those little chick fantasies and shit because they be thinking about that compact pussy. That's what that be. They be thinking about that compact pussy. No, that's what.
You never seen a midget in the PSD draws? Oof.
I don't know.
Fat cat.
Compact pussy. I mean, if you saw your man's phone, if you went to your man's phone and you saw midget porn, would that affect you guys? Is that a no-no, or is it like, hey, he like what he like as long as he's
no-no
for me?
for Bree. Bree
I
would
will
be
be
disgusted.
questioned about the little people.
She'd be disgusted.
Why
Definitely
didn't
gonna
he
have to
show
further
me?
investigate.
Oh, you like midgets too?
Niggas got to show you the porn, huh?
Yeah.
I just want to know if you found it. Why didn't you share?
Why would they share it with you? That's his kink.
I'll just be.
I don't think midget porn is the kind you watch with your girl. I don't. It just doesn't seem like
I'm just trying to see
me
any
and your
porn.
girl together type.
I'm trying to see.
You would have to
any porn.
disclose.
So if you give your man a threesome and he pull up with a midget, it's
There's
going
no
up.
threesomes happening.
But she look good.
She's not a threesome. I didn't know. I just figured you were for somewhere.
A threesome type of person.
I don't know. You
That's
seem like
not
you
it.
out there.
No.
Nah.
But
No.
another thing. Speaking of threesomes, you probably have a threesome with Michael B. Jordan because Michael B. Jordan.
He is ugly to me.
I forgot.
We went over that.
I forgot we went over.
We be trying like, who do girls like? Like, nah, I agree.
That's how you know we have no idea. We're
I'll
on the
take
loop.
Michael B for sure.
But
we know Della like fat niggas.
right. So I should have said Ruben stuttered, but that was my bad.
That's outdated reference.
My bad. But Michael B. Jordan is about to come out with a sequel to the I Am Legend movie with Will
trilogy.
Smith.
You're finna make up a whole trilogy.
Well, eventually it's gonna be a trilogy,
Right.
I guess, because I didn't even think it was gonna be another movie. I didn't think it was gonna be a movie.
That's a movie.
I thought that was gonna be a one and done.
That's a
I've
movie
never
like
seen the
50.
first one.
Oh my god, that's a movie like 15 years later. I'm like, I wouldn't mind a redo. Like just because you remember there is a alternate ending that niggas kind of discovered where it was different, and I'm like, you could go off that really, but it could work as a sequel because I'm with the last man standing type of who's on first like type of shit.
And the reason why I bring that up, ladies and gentlemen, I bring that up is because recently there was a study by scientists at Yale. They tested 32 dead pigs. And by doing some scientific, whatever little Tony Stark shit they got going on over there, they were able to restore brain functions to these pigs. Now, this does not mean, okay, let's talk about that, because this does not necessarily mean that the pigs came back to life. But everybody knows, like, when you're alive, your brain shoots like there's certain signals and activity. When you do a brain scan, it looks a certain way because there's activity. When you dead, it goes off. So you can restore brain. I mean, I don't think they've ever restored brain activity before, but on a dead body. So this is just the beginning of what could be a fucked up rabbit hole or a crazily futuristic miracle rabbit hole. But when I talk about shit like I Am Legend, we talk about Terminator, we talk about, one of my favorite shows of all time, The Walking Dead.
Or Demolition Man.
Or Demolition Man. We talk about this type of shit. Do you guys think that having the ability to bring people back to life or restore brain masses, brain activity in dead people, do you guys think this is a good thing or something worth going down? Now, or do you guys think this is a path to our own destruction?
For what?
Right.
I mean, you wouldn't want to bring back your dead
For
homies?
certain innocent people
You
who've been
died.
killed and murdered.
You died. No, you died.
There's no exceptions, you guys think?
There's
I
not
think you
gonna
should
be
only
the
do
same.
it to a certain age.
They're not going to be the same person. They're not going to have the same life experience. They're not going to be they're going to have so many issues, even if they could like restore you to even minimal mobility. They're going to need so much help. What's the point? Like, what's the point? It's costing more to be alive than it is to stay dead. Like,
I think it should be an age cap. Maybe after 70, you might want to call it one.
Call it one.
I
Shit,
mean,
damn near call it two. Shit.
Sorry, Joe
for
Biden.
real, 'cause
You're just done.
That's fair.
I think it should just be outrageously expensive. Like nobody would.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be alright. I'm pretty sure it's only gonna be the rich and elite motherfuckers, the Elon Musk type motherfucker. You was talking about that last time where you said you felt like he was gonna figure out a way to live forever. I think this is down that alley of rich motherfuckers who gonna be rejuvenating their brain ability, or what we was talking about with the brain scanning and the brain chips we was talking about, where they're gonna be able to scan the data from your brain and load it up to computer chips, so you can get certain shit out of people's brain and shit. It's gonna get real crazy out here. But I just think, just based on the Walking Dead theory, and y'all already testing this shit out on pigs and all this other shit, I agree with Della. People aren't going to be the same, and I'm even going to go farther. We don't know how. You bring a nigga back, we don't really, our human brains only comprehend certain shit. We haven't even comprehend what life beyond death or what death really is, because nobody's been able to go and come back and let us know. What if a nigga go, let's say hell or some shit is real, or the concept of hell. Like, what if a motherfucker go, they die, they spend what they feel like is 100 years with demons. Then you boot them back in life. Now they a demon in this bitch, ready to kill everybody. Like, what? How do we know motherfuckers don't come back fucked in the head? How even know you ain't just bring Freddy Krueger back from a dream, or you just brought Michael Myers back or some shit because you want to play around and shit? Or you got the zombie factor. How you know you ain't got a motherfucker that ain't finna just go around and start eating motherfuckers? Like, it's a crazy shit. I don't trust it.
I mean,
once you did, you did.
It ain't gonna get that deep, I think. Because it's realistic, like, and I've been saying this, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos are trying to live forever. It was early on, there was talk about projects where young people can give their blood to older people. There's stuff in China or Japan. I didn't really know we were gonna talk about this, so I didn't fact check it. I just saw an article about, like, we have mad cryogenically frozen people. We don't think it'll work, but we just want to try. So it's like, they're trying it around the world. They have cloning. I think the closest we'll get in our life.
Altered Carbon. It was such a good show.
that was decent.
Fuck y'all.
I think the closest we'll really get is like our memories being stored, and you'll have some type of Alexa, and you'll be able to have full conversations with your dead mom because of the AI that was put out there. That's the closest we get. I just don't. Once you dead, like you said, I never really thought about like having to rehab people. You gotta walk again.
But that's, I don't know.
Just imagine you supposedly get froze or something. You wake up and they snatch you out. FBI do an experiment on you. They freeze you. You wake up 1,000 years later, and you're the last black person left on Earth because they done killed all the other motherfuckers off.
Okay.
The black men that were left all fucked with white women and watered down their bloodlines.
Thinking about
you're
it
the
like
last
that,
black man left.
Thinking about it like that, though, it's like the same thing as the old people right now that are having a hard time adjusting to the technology, or the people that's in jail getting out and don't know how to function in day-to-day life. Like, there's not really a benefit to bringing somebody back that wasn't alive during this time. So, and that's what I'm saying too. If they're restoring the brain function, how soon is the restoration happening? Is it as soon as the people die they're bringing it back? Right. Because if it's longer than that, then it's just all type of deterioration that's happening. So what's the point?
I'm glad you just brought that up too, because if we have the ability to, in that moment, when they first go a flat line, to bring them back, that'd be, I can go with that. I can agree with that. Like, when it first flatline, when we in the CPR, I feel like when you in the hospital or whatever, I'm all for the hospitals having all the abilities they can to bring a person back.
How many times do you get that, though?
You're gone.
But how many times do you get like a
depends on what level your insurance is. You know the deal.
No, I don't know the deal. I don't know the deal because if you almost die 4 or 5 times, they got to give you another shot.
Depends on how good your insurance is. Like I said, after a while,
not really
I would
fair,
say every time your price will go up. So if you got money, you can probably afford 4 or 5 times.
But there's a lot of people who there's a lot of people who can afford to do that as many times as they want that shouldn't even be alive. And there's people who would die because they don't have insurance or don't have the money to even get the first or half of the first shot.
I mean, to be fair, if you a broke nigga not contributing to society, you don't need to be alive. I'm just saying, I'm not for the rich, but if you ain't bringing nothing to the world and you just selling weed, smoking weed, and fucking, do you need to be around?
Those are not the people that I was talking about.
Why should I give a damn?
Back in the day, they used to have this saying called finders, keepers, losers, weepers. You know what I mean? We've all been in a situation where we've lost something, and we found it, and I believe we talked about a couple episodes as well about, situations where somebody may have dropped money, or we may have found something and had to return it, or we may have been the one who've lost something and had to have it returned to us. And that brings me to my next story I want to bring up, and it's a Louisiana lady, black lady. I thought we should add. And the reason why I had to say black lady is because us as black people, we always, when we see these random people that be finding money, like the random farmer who found a stash of Pablo Escobar money, he turned it in, and the white guy who finds the drug stash and turned it into the cops, and they gave him a bicycle as a reward.
Right.
We see all that type of shit, and the first thing we think to ourselves is, damn, why can't this shit happen to niggas? Why can't this shit happen to black folks? Well, it finally happened for niggas, because this Louisiana 911 dispatcher had actually got into a situation where she accidentally had $1.2 million sent to her account. I guess this was a brokerage firm or something.
It happens
like that.
more often than we think.
Yeah, and so it's some law firm or brokerage firm. I don't know the details of that. I'm not that privy in that type of business lane, but whatever the fuck she was fucking with, they accidentally put 1.2 billion. I mean, I said billion. That would have been she never would have got caught with that. But 1.2 million into her account, and she immediately put the money into a different account. And you
had to tell her she was black off this little information. I could have guessed that.
I mean, yeah, but no, the only thing that confused me, the only thing that confused me is when I wait a minute, is she black? I had to do a recheck to make sure she was black. The first car she bought was a Hyundai, so that kind of I had to go back and confirm if she was black or not.
Was it a new Hyundai?
It was a Hyundai. It was like a 2019 Hyundai. Hyundai.
She wanted to be low key,
but no,
she was gonna get the Wraith in a month if the money was still there,
which was smart, which was somewhat smart. But I still had to go back and do a recheck if she was black, because I know niggas, we ain't buying no Hyundai. We get 1.2 million in a bank account. That just ain't nigga shit.
Why a Hyundai?
To
be low key.
So she was trying to be low, which I was
nothing minimal than a BMW.
But long
she
story
went
short,
and made a big purchase though. Like, that's not low key.
Well, she also bought a house. That was a big purchase, and
Exactly.
and that's another reason I had to identify, because that's the thing about niggas. We get money, we gotta do. Like I said, it's tax season now, so everybody know when niggas get their taxes, because we make these big outrages out of them.
Forget taxes. That's every year. Think about the PPP loans. That's why niggas getting caught now. Because like I said, they said we not really going after you if it's less than 6 figures. So anybody got the little 40, 50, y'all good. But it's the niggas all of a sudden, you little private planes for the weekend, you iced out. They're on your shit. So again, that's when niggas start. The 9-to-5 boys inside, the PPP loan boys outside, and you posing with racks. They're on your ass. So unfortunately, that's the downfall with niggas. You see a boy Bandman Kevo. You see all these scamming niggas. The IRS is the most hating ass niggas. Bandman Kevo.
Is that little Ninja Turtle looking nigga?
Chicago scam nigga. He all right. Well, you like scamming niggas. He got money.
Most of these girls like to scam.
But I'm saying, when you got a big ass $300,000 chain on,
out of jail.
Let's say that again. I'm sorry.
I mean, to quote Cardi B, I like my niggas in and out of jail. So I mean, they love these.
She like her niggas unconscious.
Like we already know about that. But the thing I want to discuss here, she's not
innocent. She admitted it.
Right. The thing I want to discuss here is, obviously, we always talk about if we were in that position where we would have got money, we would always do it differently. I want to know, and I want to start with y'all. If y'all would have had $1.2 million sent to y'all account on accident, what would be y'all first move? Because she got charged. She got charged with fraud. She got charged with theft over a certain amount of money, which is like a felony.
Well,
like, this is gonna be a station. Not only makes she do time. You kind of seem
surprised. You kind of like, you don't realize.
I'm not surprised, but I'm saying not only will she do time, but this is gonna be like a state. She's probably gonna end up being a felon and over a mistake that had nothing to do with her. Now, like I said, she did change money out of the accounts, and she did do all of that. But
get a lawyer.
Why are you caping, Eric?
The question I want to ask, but no, I'm trying to set up the question. The question I want to ask too: if y'all were posed with the same situation, would y'all be going to jail like her now?
No, I probably would have called because more Like that 1.2 mil came from a bank or a financial institution,
and they know they fucked up.
And they knew they fucked up. And once they went over that accounting, they finna be on your ass.
Cash ain't got no name on it.
And somebody else should have lost their job, but I was already struggling. So figure your shit out. My bad. I left no forwarding address.
There is a small clause that if I read this before on a bank, if you receive money, like if they ask you to return it, you have to return it.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure this dispatcher.
That's why y'all should read paperwork before you sign it.
They'll even send you a nice letter. Hey, we know we made this mistake.
Yeah, they said,
we'll be nice with you.
We
got about 10
days. She ignored the calls.
Yeah,
she ignored all the emails. She pretty much went ghost on their ass. Which I'm not mad at her going St. Patrick. So I'm not mad at her going St. Patrick.
Because I feel like in the back of your head you have this strategy where you feel like I could have got away with this.
I'm not saying because it's 1.2 mil, so we got to be realistic. 1.2 mil, that's a lot of money. I hate those niggas who act like no money is a lot of money.
Well, Eric, you know they're coming back for any money. Even if they give you $100 more, they're coming back for it.
But I'm saying, like, can you get away with it? She could have.
No. She should have left.
She could have, but the percentage is low. There's people out there that know what to do with 1.2 million that can
Eric,
get off.
You can't even take that money out. You can't take that much money out at one time.
Not at one time.
She switched it in her account. She switched her account.
You can move it over, but you can't take it out before they close.
That's not what I'm saying, though. I'm saying could she have moved differently to not get caught?
I think she could have. My thing is, you cannot move $1.2 million at one time from account to account. Period. You have to wait a certain amount of months.
We watched Ozark.
When I read the article, now according to the article, they did something where they got. After so many times of them trying to retrieve the money, the judge granted them access to do like a forced retrieval. So let's say if I accidentally send you $60 million and you go ghost, the judge can grant me access to your account where they'll force retrieve it. They tried that, but the money was gone already. The money was gone. To this day, they still haven't retrieved all the money. So she got some of the money off, but at the same, she got caught.
Put me in jail, and I'm gonna live comfortably because my book's gonna stay up.
So hey, I don't think that's worth. I don't think my freedom's worth 1.2 million.
What are they talking about? Y'all fucked up. Y'all better go get the person who added them extra zeros. Don't come after me.
We do want to move it along to another post that I did want to bring up, and this was a post. I always like the little. I like it when people post a little screenshots, whether they be fake. Some of those screenshots that people post be fake. I get it. This is a real one. But this seemed like a real one. It seemed like a real situation. We want to post this situation.
Was a screenshot of Georgia Smith giving head?
No. This is a screenshot of two people. I guess they was finna link up. This goes back to that whole internet generation link up situation where it looks for me like I don't know. It don't seem like they linked up before, but it seems like they've been talking on the internet. Cool. And it was link time. And this is what it says. And this is what the guy said. The guy says, "You still trying to pull up?" The girl says, "You're not trying to send no gas money." Guy says, "I'm saying, like, are you going through something to where you can't put gas in your whip?" Girl says, "I don't get paid till Friday." Guy says, "Just push up on me Friday then." Girl says, "I'm straight." Guy says, "Shorty, I don't know you. I'm not giving you no money to come see me. You don't ask somebody for shit like that the first time you trying to link with them. I don't know what you going through, but I'm praying for you. Stay up." Basically what happened is these motherfuckers talking to each other on the internet. They want to link up. They ain't linked up before. He said, "Hey, trying to link up." She said, "No, I can't link up unless you going to give me some gas money." He said, "What the fuck you going through?" "I ain't going through nothing. I just on a budget. I paid all my bills. But if you want me to come out there based on my budget, I need gas money from you." He then goes on to say, "No, I don't know you like that, shorty, blah, blah, blah." Then he goes and posts, "I gotta embarrass another chick today." Now that was his post was, "Boy, I gotta embarrass another one." Prime example of y'all broke as fuck. 2-player for that shorty.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I probably would have screenshot that shit and put it on my Snapchat. Because
from the guy versus
even if it was from my point of view, because I think she was in the wrong. Like, you can't be asking niggas for gas money to pull up. That's some broke bitch shit. I do not tolerate that shit.
Okay.
Wait.
Well, she was gonna pull up to him.
Still, it don't matter.
I was say, if you were the broke girl, you would put that on Snapchat? Or you saying if the roles were
Right.
reversed?
Yeah, if the roles were reversed,
Okay,
I
you
would
kinda
have put
caught
that. If
me
he was a
there.
broke nigga, I would have totally put that.
That
on
is what he
Sunday.
said, so he was right. Okay, he said if that was if he
I
said,
thought he was right. I thought it was wrong. I mean, you shouldn't even be fucking talking to the nigga if you
But-
know what the. You already knew what time it was. I want to text that
But
nigga. If I
a
ain't
lot
had
of
no
girls
gas
want
in
to see
my
what they
car.
can squeeze out of certain niggas. Though.
My thing is
Exactly.
My
Bum
thing
bitch
is the
shit.
conversation started with him saying you still trying to pull up, and she said you not trying to provide no gas money. So they had clearly already talked about the shit. She had already said she wanted the gas money. He was still forcing the issue, asking her to come out. If you want somebody to come to your house that bad, you cannot at the end of the conversation say you don't know somebody. They asking you for $10, $15, $20 for gas, whatever the fuck that's gonna cost. If she's on a budget, okay. She don't want to drive nowhere. You not comfortable giving her $10, $15, $20, but you want her to come to your house. Both of y'all fucking stupid. This
Both
whole
of y'all-
conversation
both of
is dumb
y'all stupid.
because you not proving no
both.
point. And then she should have read up her bud with you. So basically, you sound hurt because she already got weed from somebody else, and you not making no money at all
I
off of
did
your
feel the
hustle.
I don't know
And,
about
like,
her. I just think that's the
All of it was dumb.
that's
he
the only
didn't
thing.
have to add that though. Colin.
Well,
You gotta
no,
admit.
they don't. But I know how the hood little trapper coming fast like Jimmy John niggas talk. I know girls like that. Yeah, you should re-up me, baby. That's just kind of the little shit to
He
throw in
could
there to
have
sound
read up
cool.
with you, but he also clearly was trying to fuck her. So I'm not paying you no money to re-up
well,
with
that-
you
that
if you're
gets-
trying to fuck with
That
me.
gets into a whole
Clearly,
nother
no,
discussion.
but honestly, because you're not inviting nobody over to your house that you're not trying to fuck on. If you want somebody to re-up with you and you salty about them not re-up with you, you could have pulled up
I don't
to
think
them.
he's that salty. I think he's salty about not the
He's
pussy.
salty about her not
If I
pulling
look at
up.
it, if I have a shoe
That's
store,
it.
I'm not gonna give you free shoes just because I want to fuck. So that's
not,
his
he's
business.
salty
That's
about her not wanting to
okay.
pull up and wanting gas money. That was
Where-
literally it.
Where he went lame.
yeah, that's-
him posting it was lame to me. and
Lame
this
as
is why.
fuck.
This is where I say because
Why?
How
Because
you
it's
gonna-
less niggas. Because it's
deletable.
less. It's less of
if
a.
you don't
blo-
see it at the time, then you don't see it. At
Everything
all.
is deletable, bro.
There's
It's
no
just
point-
nobody's on Snapchat.
There's no point
You know,
to posting
Snapchat
it at
does the
I
all.
would have
auto
posted
delete.
on a story, but I wouldn't put that shit on my actual post.
They both went back and forth for nothing.
my thing is you
Block her and block her.
requested her to come over to your house. That's how this conversation started.
Mm-hmm.
You obviously was looking through her shit, shopping, doing your online shopping, whatever. Saw it was attractive, whatever. So you obviously initiated to come over or whatever. She told you straight up, "I'm broke."
I'm on a
Now,
budget. Is
my
what she
thing
said.
is, niggas.
Nah, I'm broke. I bought weed, but I can't buy
But
gas
my
money.
thing is this:
She-
if I
she
got,
got real
if I
though.
have,
No, she did.
Too.
and I have,
So-
if I have gas money to get to where I need to go, you extra motherfucker. Like, why am I spending my
Not if-
gas
not-
money
not
to come
if-
to you?
but what
I
if-
got my weed, I got my groceries,
And
my
your
shit
rose
is
toy.
paid.
But my
But-
thing,
but-
and my,
what I'm saying-
I don't even have one of
She
those.
definitely not out here right now.
But I'm
Gas
saying,
high as
but
hell.
what if on
She
your
ain't getting no dig right
but
now.
Della, but what if on the day, hypothetically, what if on the day or wherever you need to go, your destination, what if I'm just on the way? You can't just stop over, bang, boom, 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 and just
this
go.
is Not on the way.
It's
right,
not.
exactly.
But I'm saying, is that an exception? Like, damn, I gotta
That's
drive by his house
It depends.
anyways.
no.
She a different type of broke, cause I ain't never been too broke to go get some good
That
shit.
when people start,
probably
And
young.
that's the
mean,
difference.
Probably
They don't
young.
even know each other.
she gave out
that's
too
the thing,
too much
too,
information.
She did give too much, but my thing is,
I just bought weed
She
and
did
that's-
something. She did something. A lot of motherfuckers
They
are
both
too
did
prideful
too
to
much.
do. Admit that she was broke. So my thing is, I don't like shaming people when they're keeping it real.
No, Eric, I'm gonna say a lot of women.
like
A lot of women will agree they broke. She did it in a message. She thought it was private. No, that's happening all
I
the
would
time.
That's
I
what
would
I'm
have
saying,
never
yeah.
spent my last
Now,
on
she's
weed
not on-
and not have
she
no
not on-
gas though.
Yeah, she's not on
That's
Twitter.
where she
She's not
lost
on
me.
Twitter saying I'm broke. I know girls like
So,
that.
I'm just
This was a
saying-
message.
For her to, but for him to come in after that, like, oh, I gotta expose another broad. I'm like,
Right.
dude, that shit, that to me was lame because a lot of chicks ain't even giving you the message or something. A lot of chicks is coming, going through the motion, and then just expecting gas money when they show up. How many times have you been seeing niggas arguing? Oh, you owe me money over some shit. Motherfuckers paying for pussy, getting into argument with the prostitute afterwards. That's happening a lot. So
She's
I
still a
respect-
dumb bitch too. Don't
She's
get
no,
fucked.
don't get me wrong. She doesn't get off neither one. Both of them there, but
just
these are-
admitted to
This
it.
is obviously two young people. That obviously, there's a difference between young broke and older broke. She's young broke. You can tell she's college broke. She's just had my first kid, and I don't have nothing. I got these 2 blunts for the rest of the week, broke. Okay, and I can't hate on her because she kept it real. So at that point, if you're the guy, this ain't if you ain't interested, he should have just stopped texting right there. Right when she said the gas money shit, this is why niggas ghost. This is why I'm for ghosting. I'm for being Ghost St. Patrick. I'm for ghost right there. He should, as soon as that shit, because look, he ghosted her anyway because he ended up doing it anyway because he
he's a whole ass.
He also sounds like he don't have a fucking car. Like,
Eric,
if you can't pull up, you're automatically disqualified. So
for you, but Eric, you can't kind of call him too. You can't call him a hoe.
That is the thing. Nobody's talking about that shit. Why you want her to pull up so bad? Where the fuck is your shit?
I hate a pull up ass nigga, dog. That's one thing I hate.
But she wasn't. But she was. But see,
mandatory.
Y'all hating
all
on
of it is stupid.
Yeah, but she obviously was down to pull up if he just gave her $15. So let's not just act like it.
He didn't want
that's
to
on
get
him.
pulled up on because
like
he
10,
didn't want to
like
use
10.
the little bit of money that he did not have because she didn't re-up with him to get pulled
He
up
was just
on.
being
He
petty,
was trying to
that's all.
get his dick paid for.
If you can't cough up $40 to $100 on any given night, you really shouldn't get no pussy.
And that's the thing,
So that we
like
know
even
that.
if they was going on a date,
Well,
where the
that's
fuck was they
what
gonna
I'm
go on a date that was less than the little bit of gas money that she was asking
there
for?
was no date. It was
There,
just pulling
exactly.
up.
So you trying to fuck, and she trying to get her due diligence.
So basically, she was trying to get paid for some pussy on the
If
slide.
you're not pulling up,
$10 is
fucking
not
up,
paying for
period.
pussy.
Shit,
It
fuck
is
outta here,
$15
nigga.
is not
Well,
paying for pussy.
okay.
I just
She
feel like
was
it was
still
common.
putting forth the effort, like, okay, you want me to pull up, and he was just like, nah, fuck you.
She
okay,
is broke.
well,
I
fuck
mean,
you.
he wasn't wrong though, because she is broke, and everything she said was broke chick
He was wrong once
activity.
he was wrong once he posted
He
it.
didn't have
Still
to
wanted
post.
to
He didn't have to
fuck.
post.
I'm
it.
happy she didn't fuck him because she would have just got ran through. He ain't really fucking with her. He was
probably
clearly
get
just
ran
trying
through now if
to. He was trying to bust a nut on that ass.
$15.
I mean, Bree, if she just need gas money, she's getting
He
ran
was
through.
that. He
Yeah,
was
right.
just trying to bust a nut. And like niggas will try it. He clearly tried it and it didn't work. Niggas will try that low ball ass shit.
No, she did try, but Colin's
It didn't
right.
work.
She is getting bust open by a nigga who is willing to pay that.
And it's pulling up because he a grown ass man.
Well,
Shit,
no,
the
or he
fuck?
could be a Ruben Studdard.
Uber, whether you get I don't care if you get a ride
all
from
the bitches
somebody.
are
I'm not saying you got to use your vehicle, nigga, but drop the fuck off. Period.
All I'm saying is you just gotta be careful because a lot of these niggas will do the little extra shit. Like
With
I
ride
said,
share and shit?
y'all underestimate the
excuses.
links niggas will go to get a little pussy. Like I said,
Not nowadays.
There's weirdo niggas who
Not
don't.
nowadays.
Back in the day, niggas was getting dropped off in all
Hell
type of
no.
vehicles.
They
No
don't do
plates,
that
no
nowadays.
lights, no
That's not a
motherfucking
thing.
rear
You
view
see
mirrors.
This clowning action. This is
Look,
exactly
because the bar is low. All you need is $10 in gas money to get pussy.
But
now.
this
That's
is-
all
You
you
need a
how
house.
they
You need your
all
own
act.
house because that's a low bar in Milwaukee. I see grown women our age. Oh, he got a house. I'm wet. I'm like, damn. You just need a crib. No, I'm telling you, Eric, the bar is very,
I ain't even
very
gonna
low.
lie. I know a lot of
Because the fact that he had a crib was enough. Like, I'll come through. She probably got 10 roommates. Let's be honest.
that's true. I mean, how many niggas do you know that got their own crib or?
A lot. I'm 30. I'm about to be 32, so a lot. But I'm
I
saying,
mean,
but I'm
like-
saying that I know. I just know that if you have a crib, a lot of these bitches are going to niggas who ain't got cribs who stand with people. I know that. So even even when I was on a date scene, I remember the first time I got like a little Glade wall plug in. You would have thought I said at the counter. She thought it was the coldest. People, everybody think I'm the cleanest
niggas'
nigga in the
houses
world.
be smelling like
I'm
feet.
just kind of neat, so I just know how low the bar is.
Niggas' houses be smelling like wet ass. That's why, because they just done fucked
Mine gonna
somebody
smell like
else.
lilacs one day, maybe some running water.
Sheets ain't
It's
been
gonna have a nice.
changed.
How I feel that
Pillows
week.
on the floor.
Never a
still.
locker room.
I think the bar is low with the last said.
But the thing is,
Mattress on the floor.
women are still fucking the guys who smell like
That's
a
what
gym
I'm-
though.
that's what I
That's
was
the
about to
problem
say.
though.
They
So the
still
bar
fucking-
is low. When you come over, y'all seen the meme? Bitch, you living like this? It go both ways.
But
'Cause
that started when the women started this whole I can do what the guys do shit. When they started acting like niggas, because niggas are always messy as shit. Then when they start acting like us, now they messy.
whoa,
as
let's be
shit.
honest. A lot of women are messy. The stereotype is that they're
But
clean.
it's different. It's different levels to the man. It's different.
Nah, I think most women are messy, Eric.
If you go to a woman's house, if you go in her room, it might be a mess. You go into her car, might be a mess. But those areas where general people go into, like the bathroom and kitchen, those are gonna. If she know company's coming,
it depends on.
those are going to be
depends
spotless.
It depends on who
And
they
it's still
live
gonna be an
with.
organized mess in my room.
Like when it comes to their
Thank you. There
personal
you go.
shit, when it
Organized
comes to their
mess. That's
personal
the
shit,
word.
where they know
Organized
other people don't
chaos.
have to come through.
I don't have shit on the floor.
They're
Let's
way
just
That's
say
how I
that.
live.
Like I said,
Past that.
I don't know a woman's car who I can see the floor.
Like they.
I can see the ground.
Okay,
I don't know.
can see
Okay,
I don't know. A woman's
I'm-
car I can see the
I
ground.
don't know about
I'm better
that.
about my car.
Yeah.
Why should I give a damn?
First things first, I want to play this clip from a podcast pretty much talking about women and dating women who make a high amount of money or above average amount of money. We got to play the clip for context, so let's play the clip.
Literally, she says, I got a good job. I make very, very good money. And she says, the only thing I need now is a man. It's like, yo, like, it's like, who wants you? Who wants you? You're right. Like, once you have achieved these things, you have unfortunately disqualified yourself.
Ooh,
and
shit.
And what it is these, and this is the thing. I'm not
Ooh,
blaming
the women are gonna hate him for that shit.
No, see,
They are gonna hate him for that.
They should
I can't wait to put this shit out.
What you just heard was a clip, and pretty much what the guys were alluding to is, you know, he pretty much saying shit like nobody wants you or we don't want you, kind of referring to the chicks who make a lot of money and who have everything already. But you know the chicks who have it all, but they just, all I'm missing is a man. And he's kind of trying to come at them. It was like, well, nobody
What about
wants
your
that.
man?
Yeah, nobody
That's what you
wants
really
that.
said.
And that turned into a whole argument online about women saying they can't stand these men who are insecure with successful women who got their own money, got their own car. I could have sworn we had this whole, I could have sworn Neo, Fabulous, all them had like a whole 3-year independent woman phase, Webby,
a lie, though.
We had a whole independent women phase. You know, that was led by the black man. Shout out Webby, shout out Neo, shout out Fabulous.
Boosie. That's what the best verse
all
on
the
the
independent.
song.
Shout out all the independent women movers. But, you know, to teach their own, my question, I guess, would be to you guys is, when it comes to the whole woman making money, Colin, does that, I guess since you're the only other guy, I'd ask you first, does that kind of intimidate you? Does a woman, let's say you're single, does coming across a woman with a lot of money intimidate you, or not even to apply it directly to you? Do you think this is something that is as big as people are making it seem? Because on the internet, they're making it seem like guys just shrivel up like shrimp when we see a powerful woman coming through because our manhood is so fragile, we can't handle an Oprah.
Yeah, I don't want to talk too much about this, but not me. I don't want to be long-winded about it because that is a lot. Because right now, overall, Twitter and these sites where people are strategically putting these clips out to go viral, no matter what the heat, just to get their numbers up in the algorithm. We see the same.
I watched the whole podcast and he was serious. Wasn't like a clip.
No, they are, but I'm saying, like, no niggas wasn't talking like that till the pandemic when the Kevin Samuels. So now this whole, and like I said, I saw it on Twitter. I don't know this. I still don't know the name of the podcast or the guy. He went viral on Twitter. His job was successful, but we also realized, although it's a lot of people, it's still a microcosm of people. Yeah. We're talking about this off air. I just hate that the fuck nigga type of wave is what we're being compared to. Like we can easily go, he's a hoe ass nigga, fuck him, but now it kind of turns into, well, every guy feel like this, and it's like, I don't think that's the truth, because you know what? My mom was a 6-figure, to this day, a boss lady. Everybody, a lot of people know in the city, she do her thing. So she used to ask me as a kid, would you want your wife to work? So I see my mom make more money than her husband and probably make more money than my dad at the time. So I know what it's like. I have cousins who got power and clout, female cousins and people coming up that I look up to that have the clout. So I'm used to successful black women. So no, I wouldn't be intimidated, but I see if I was insecure and didn't have my shit together, I might go, let me fall back and get somebody a little lower. Now, you don't have to bash the people, but a lot of that is just, no, or, you know, some people like grooming, some people like manipulating, but with somebody kind of...
That was their thing. He said, knowing their place.
That's a phrase also. That's a red flag, but that is and I hate because it's the connotation, it's the tone, the tonality. But realistically, I do want to know, why do women have a problem with the phrase "stay in your place"? And in that context,
that's a
woman's let me finish.
Okay, it's a slavery phrase.
We do. Well, no, it's not.
And what is a woman's place?
No. Well, what is anybody?
When you become the breadwinner in your home, what is my place?
That's if you are the breadwinner, you're right. But overall,
that's what they were talking about.
Can you let me goddamn talk, lady?
But that's the woman. That's
okay, but I'm asking something else. Cause that nigga's stupid. He's a bum. We know that. We're gonna do all.
Who we're talking about.
But I'm talking about this. Why do women? I have something interesting I want to ask women that I'm not around weekly. That I'm around you, and you ain't gonna ask because you dodge questions like fucking Ben Stiller on dodgeball. But
I was just watching that.
Thank you. Great reference. Why do women get mad when you just say stay in their lane? Because as humans, we have lanes. Black men, black women. Like right now,
we tell our kids that.
But Della, you can't be like I can't beat Eric ass. So my lane is kind of being. Now I got love for him, it's my man's. But if I see him in the street or Brock Lesnar, my lane is I can't whoop this nigga ass.
So what's the lane of a black woman or any woman of any race that's making more money than the person that she's in a relationship with? You can't, like, as a man, you can't say you want a woman to stay in her place if the place was never established, number one. If the place has never been modeled for you before, number two, because you don't know what it's like to move in that situation. You can't say any of these things. And as of right now, the way the society is, the way that our culture is, and the way that things are going, black women are the top entrepreneurs, they're the top money makers, and they are the top breadwinners in the homes. So you can't,
and
sit
the least
here
married.
and say, like, and the least married, because motherfuckers is out here talking about how it's unattractive to make money. Nigga, y'all been broke forever. Everybody's been broke forever. Fuck, I want to be broke with you for. And what is my place in knowing that I'm making this money, and just because I make this money and I'm doing well for myself, you don't think I'm attractive and I'm never gonna get married? Aren't we supposed to get money together? Aren't you supposed to be supporting me and what I'm doing so I can support you in what it is that you're trying to do? Like, that's what I'm not understanding. What is my place?
I'm not understanding why we care so much what bitch ass niggas got to say.
I don't either.
I mean, like, this is a good conversation, but it just because this shit don't apply to me.
But it
so
does lead to
so I'm kind of caping for hoe ass niggas, but it's like a majority of people.
I don't think you are.
No. I'm just saying most people that I know and I'm around, I just be around real men who take care of shit. So I be as baffled as I am as y'all are when I see shit on the internet. Cause I'm like, oh, niggas actually be thinking about this.
I wish a nigga would tell me to stay in my place.
But I don't know if it's a lot. I just think it's a microcosm. So I don't know if it's 8 out of 10 niggas or 2 out of 10 niggas who think like that. I really don't know.
My thing is this, and this is what I always say. People do need to stand, and women do need to learn how to stay in their place and stay in their lane. You want to know why? Because as a man, we always stay in our lane. How many times, Colin, are you doing something and you switch up what you do because of why you don't want to hear your girl's mouth or what she might say? How many times have you switched up what you're going to do because you know you're going to have to deal with your woman and her attitude or what she's going to say? That's part of sticking in your lane.
Do that same thing too. You should.
But that's. I'm not saying only one gender does it, but I'm saying we all kind of mold and switch what we do to cater for our partner. That's part of being in your lane. Then, as you get to know your partner, you start to develop. Okay, you do this well. I do this well. This is your lane. This is my lane. There is no, like, what it is people get mad because they think we mean everything is gender exclusive, and it's not. Like I said, I tell people all the time, when it comes to our house, my wife is way more handy when it comes to the little handy shit. And not only is she handy, she has the want to.
Shout out to the groom room
handy. She has the
man.
want to do it. She just likes doing that little shit. So when I see her fixing a little cabinet or some shit,
you start making tea.
That doesn't threaten my manhood. If she wants some after that, because she's earned some tea. She's earned some. So like I said, that doesn't threaten my manhood, not one bit. That's her lane. She's established that in a relationship.
Would it threaten your manhood if you got a flat and didn't know how to change the flat and she changed the flat?
That type of shit. No, it depends. Now, if I don't know how to fix a flat, that'll be bad. Now, let's say if I got like
an eye opener.
No, let's say if I got like a sprained ankle or something, I'm sick or so I can't get out there and shit. No, man, I got it. You know, man. Then I'll be okay. That's convenient. Like, what if something happens? We get shot at. I get hit. You got to go out there, tire hit, got flat. I need you to be able to do shit too. She shouldn't be the primary tire changer though, because I'm stronger. So if something happens, I can lift things. That's my lane. As
she should always be on deck.
Now, let's say if you're in a relationship, right, where the woman is way stronger than you and you're a little guy, her big ass should be out there changing the tire then. It's lanes. Lanes aren't gender exclusive. I know situations where the man is the primary cook and the primary cleaner. Why? Because he just does it better. He just does it better. And the woman is just more better on certain. Like, when we say stay in our lane, y'all start thinking y'all think to the 50s, where we're talking about
which
just
I do
fuck
understand.
And cook, and then that's why y'all get
That's
offensive.
why it's to stay in your place. That's why it's the word placement.
Understand when the
you gotta switch
man,
that word out, that lane in that place.
When the new school man says,
wait, so you like
that's a slavery term.
What you do good at.
So I'm sorry, Bree. You prefer lane in place because place is okay. I say lane. Place
I say lane too.
I don't say place.
Place is a white man.
Well, we doing semantics then. You can have like stay in lane. Don't swerve over.
They used to
don't
tell
merge.
niggers to stay in their place, and like you see a lot in slavery shit. You know, you can say lane, but
okay, I like
place
that.
that other shit elsewhere.
It's just like when you said it, Breezy. You had chicks that were trying to cut their hair that didn't have a haircut type head. They didn't stay in their lane. There's lanes for everybody. I don't understand. Like, what women have to learn. Like I said, I don't want to be. I love women, much love for women, but I feel like for the movement to take off on that other level, y'all got to stop being afraid of lanes.
Wait, are you in women's business?
No, I'm not in women's business.
Make sure.
I don't want Della to come in and turn my microphone off for talking on women, but all I'm saying is there's nothing like, look, we watch sports teams all the time. The reason why sports teams work is the same reason it's the same method I take in family. I try to identify what everybody does. And even the kids, you do this, you do that, this is your thing. Everybody has a role. You know, you got your shooters, you got your inside people, you got your defensive people. Everybody has a role. And that's how you become a successful championship team, championship family. If you're the type of person, you want to know who the worst players are on the team, Colin? You know, the ones who don't feel like they have a role. I can do whatever I want to do.
Jordan Nora
That's
type
what
niggas.
they try to teach you women to be now. They try to teach women to be, I don't need a rock. You can't label me. I can do whatever I want to do.
I don't want to slide into the
Nobody
fresh
wants to.
and fit little side. I don't know if I want to be dragged into the fresh
Look,
and fit.
nobody,
women
no,
bashing
they,
right now.
but I'm saying they teach women
Trying to be low-key shit.
They teach women to be like that. See, this is where Fresh and Fit or whatever the podcast, fuck them, this is where they fucked up at. They made it gender exclusive because men have to stay in their lane too. Once you make it gender exclusive, that's when it becomes misogynistic. Once it becomes women need to, that's when I give women that. Y'all can go in. But if I'm talking lanes just as far as the dynamic of our relationships or stand in our place as far as the dynamic, like look, shout out to my guy Tony Atkins, right? He's like 5'1".
Oh my
He
god!
shout out to
Why
TMJ.
you breaking the fourth wall of the
TMJ
news? They shoot him like Danny Trejo, like he's 6'9".
He looks like The Rock on TMJ, but shout out to him. But he's like 5'1". If somehow, some way, he starts dating Serena Williams, if Serena Williams gets mad and gets to swelling up on him,
5'1"?
yeah. If Serena Williams gets mad and gets to swelling up on him, you have to stay in your lane and kind of tuck your chest in a little bit. That's your lane.
You can hit her in
she can whoop you.
You can hit her in the ovaries.
And
She
hurt
whoop-
himself.
Look, listen. This is how relationships work.
Bite her ankle or something.
This is how relationship works. The one who can get whooped has to hold up first.
I agree.
That's
Listen,
period.
I agree with that.
That's period.
I agree with that 100%.
And there's a lot of women out here that can beat their man's ass.
I agree with that. I think that should be. I think whenever like Black Panther, Lion King, if you want to take over your house as you do with your kids, you gotta whoop my ass.
Like I
And
said,
I like that test.
We just talked about the whole I Am Legend shit or whatever with the whole little beginning. If some zombies is coming in or whatever and they taking over the house, we not finna hear none of this equal shit. The man is gonna be on the front line, hitting motherfuckers, all this other shit. Figure you're gonna get the kids. That's when everybody's gonna be traditional. Once motherfuckers start dying and shit, like in the Titanic when they said women and children, wasn't nobody talking about, wait a minute, but it's equal. We're just like the men.
Remember when
I
I think it was Billy Zane. One of the niggas tried to stay on one of the niggas tried to stay on the boat. They damn near killed that nigga. Like,
we're on a sinking boat and the motherfuckers say women and children. Y'all getting y'all asses up with the women and y'all children, and you're getting on a lifeboat.
well,
Ain't no
I'm telling my
equality.
family if I can't go, we all dying. Fuck that. Sorry.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Fuck God, what the fuck? You gonna just get a new nigga and a new daddy? We might as well go
I would
together,
try to
shit.
John Q a lifeboat. I would try to John Q a lifeboat.
Oh, I might be knocking
And
out some
one
white
dude
women for
did.
some. Hey, listen, every man for himself. What was going on?
And don't let me catch one dog on a boat. I'm really going
Oh
crazy on the
yeah,
motherfucker.
well you know white people will give a seat to.
I
Remember
was-
the baby? The white lady was like, "Oh, this is my dog seat." Like, bitch, this is my seat. Like they'll give a seat to a dog, especially over a nigga.
Man, but the other thing we do got to talk about, man, I don't want to get too far because Titanic always give me, like I said, every time we speak of Titanic, my brain goes 1,000 different ways. There was a bachelorette party, and I want you guys, I'm going to pull up the tweet, and basically this husband-to-be ghosted his fiance after he found a video of her in a situation with a stripper, and he had melted chocolate coming off his dick.
Oh, so he was on X videos too. Then.
Was it like the?
I don't know if he was like
alive
I saw that
dick?
same video. That was wild.
But he had chocolate dripping off his dick, and the drips were going into the young lady's
Did
mouth.
he have underwear on?
Of course not. How did he get?
Oh yeah.
It was dripping off his dick.
Don't look at me like that. How the fuck is this? Don't look at me like that. That was. Come on now.
All around, all I was getting was a no, it's over. Because I asked, my question basically was this worth a ghost? Because she didn't suck. She didn't suck. She just got a little drippy
That's
drip,
not
drippy
really
drip.
cheating. That's not cheating.
Exactly.
She got a little drippy drip.
Like I didn't fuck her, but she put some wine in her pussy and squirted it in my mouth. That's not really.
That's different.
That's not cheating.
It's
It's
fucked
gross.
up.
It's
still
vile,
fucked up,
but it's not cheating.
It's technically.
I
It's a
mean,
loophole.
if she was drunk, I could see why she probably would have just did fuck it. Especially if they was just all partying and turned up. This nigga
Who
just
the fuck was
dripped some
recording this
chocolate.
I was just about.
They
That's the real. That's the real enemy here. Whoever recorded it and sent it.
Right.
They got the chocolate dripping and shit.
Because if
You
she's
know,
at her bachelorette,
it's just like body
Why
shots.
is anybody recording any?
It's like the person who recorded D-Mac getting DP. Like, it's C-Mac. I mean, C-Mac. The little Crip, the little 5-hour Crip nigga. But anyways, I'm just trying to get the little viral. But overall, like, that's
It's a little far though.
But do women, do y'all have that code? Because that's a male code. You don't really film strip clubs when you're in settings. Do y'all have that code? Because I see women going wild, and I always see somebody screaming, "Let me film," and I'm like, I feel like that should be kind of sacred. Y'all don't have that?
You film and save, not film and send.
Yeah.
Women ain't leaving out and missing out on a reaction moment.
No, I would have said
But I think there's some real women like
we
Bree said. I
laugh
think it's
at
a-
with each other.
That's even sketchy, but I think because if I'm in a setting, like if we're in an orgy and one nigga filming or something, I don't know
Right.
if I don't trust you to have that
Okay,
type of
I'm not
information.
filming that, but the dripping of the dick, yeah, I'm definitely filming that shit, bitch.
What?
Fuck that. I'm finna be camera out.
Yeah, but why did they send
Come
it?
on
Why
now.
was it being recorded maliciously? Like, those are the questions. That's why I'm like,
It could have been, I hate this bitch. Nah, I got her.
If I'm the best
I got her
friend, I'm
now.
recording and I'm just saving
I'm
it in
finna
my
put the-
phone, and we just gonna laugh at this every once in a while.
Her boyfriend anonymously got an
too.
email from a burner account.
Until she pissed you
We've
off that
been-
one day, and now
we've
you got
been
this
doing
picture
that
of her licking chocolate dick that you can use against her.
Well, I hope she get
Now,
paid.
Colin's
bitch.
right though. Y'all gotta watch who y'all recording shit in front of them. Cause like I said, when women fall out, they fall out, and
You
y'all
gotta watch
share
who- you gotta-
so much. Like niggas, we don't share as much.
You
with
gotta
each other.
watch your friends.
We have to go to our next subject, and this was somebody. Also, shout out to the anti-aging hate bill. I hope they've been making sure that that's been being followed through on, because that was one of the most important bills of the Biden administration. But that's what's me. I now want to fast forward to there was a guy. Let's pull this picture up, ladies and gentlemen. He was in the Wisconsin Athletic Club spying on people.
The gym I go to, the
Yeah.
exact gym.
Oh, you probably on camera.
I was there this morning.
Milwaukee man is accused of filming hundreds of people inside locker rooms at Wisconsin athletic clubs.
He now faces charges in both Milwaukee and Waukesha counties. Cassidy Williams is live with more on what we know tonight.
Court records say the man recorded videos at several Wisconsin athletic club locations, including the one here in Glendale. Members of Wisconsin athletic clubs are reacting to what police say happened inside of the locker rooms.
I'm pretty shocked at the moment.
33-year-old Peng Dong is charged with 15 felonies for allegedly recording other people with a hidden camera. 4 of the counts are connected to the Wax Glendale location, the other 11, the one in Wauwatosa. But court records say he was first caught at the location in Brookfield. Dong faces a felony charge in Waukesha County, too. On Christmas Eve of last year, court documents say someone found a camera inside of Dong's coffee cup. The police were called. When questioned, Dong told officers he was only setting up his video camera to catch the person he believed was targeting him and stealing his belongings. But when police looked through his hard drives, one officer counted 524 victims, at least 9 appearing to be younger than 10. Some of the recordings dating back to 2019.
It makes me a little hesitant to go into the locker rooms and specifically like change and everything and have my personal belongings in there and know that that was happening.
Thursday afternoon, the WAC sent an email to its members to let them know about the charges. In part, it read, "The Wisconsin Athletic Club takes the safety of their members very seriously. It is clearly stated in our clubs that the use of video is prohibited in our locker rooms and is subject to state and local law." Dong posted $1,000 bail for his Waukesha County charge in late December. He then did not show up for his February court date. The charges in Milwaukee County were filed only yesterday. There are now arrest warrants out in both counties. Live in Milwaukee, Cassidy Williams,
Fox 6 News.
The wanted man tonight.
So he was in the men's locker room, and also he was fake filming people. I guess the first time he was caught in the Brookfield facility, and he had a camera in his coffee cup. And he said he was trying to catch an assailant that had stolen some property from him, and he wanted to catch him. And, since he was Asian, they let him slide. That's why I'm like, I don't be wanting to hear that shit, because a nigga would have never got away with no shit like that. Oh, I was just trying to catch the person that still. No, we would have still got charged, still been on TV, whatever.
Yeah, but
they gave him.
Yeah,
they
but you're a
gave
nigga
him
working out in Brookfield, you should know that though.
But we do know that. That's why we do. That's why you don't see shit like that.
That's why nigga. That's why the Planet Fitness on fucking on Capitol probably got plenty naked niggas.
Yeah, but this guy right here, he had the privilege and the ignorance and the wherewithal to be able to do all this shit, because he got caught multiple times and just kept on doing it. Why? Because a lot of people don't look at them the same. A lot of people not looking at them Asian people sketch the way they look at niggas and Mexicans and Arabs and shit like that. By that first report, a nigga would have been in jail. This nigga got away with this 3 or 4 times, he had an excuse every time, and they kept letting him. Had he got banned the first time, none of this would have happened. Exactly. See, this is what I call privilege. The basis of privilege is this: the benefit of the doubt. That's all it is. When white people, they get all mad, oh, I don't get privilege, I got this. No, all privilege is the benefit. When I go somewhere and I look sketch, or I do something sketch, which we all do, whether we are conscious of it or not, we all do sketch shit to somebody. Everybody sketch to somebody. You just don't know it. So when I do what somebody else perceives to be sketch, are they going to be like, maybe I'm tripping? Or are they going to automatically assume, no, he has to be guilty of something? And when it comes to us, we're always guilty. We have to be guilty because we're niggas. So that's why I don't be wanting to hear that comparison shit. That's the reason why.
But you kind of got no strings to pull. And I'm like, I'm just looking at all sides, devil advocate or whatever. White people love vigilante. They love protecting. You can get away. I was protecting myself. I just know the string you can pull the first time. Second time, you like, okay, this, of course, by the third time, like, okay, this nigga is creepy. Because like I said, I'm saying about it. And you know what? You ever try to take a picture of somebody, but it's awkward? Nigga probably was holding his cup. Like, damn, he probably doing the calculations. Like, I've been getting dressed, taking a shower. This nigga been drinking coffee for 30 fucking minutes in the same position.
This story
he probably was just thirsty and retarded. What'd you say?
I said this story came out after his 4th time getting caught.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, it's viable. And of course, over
500 victims.
Right, and that 9 of them were kids. Like,
that's
and that's
crazy.
the thing. That's like, okay, it's one thing if he could play stupid and all this stuff, but he only got $1,000 bail, so he's out. That's crazy. And 15 felony charges, but how many of them are they actually going to make stick? And then to me, I feel like they're not going to go as hard as if he was a different race. Completely honest.
That's all I'm saying. And I hate to be the racial warrior. I hate to be racial Dan, racial Randy over here. But at the end of the day, it is true. It's one of those situations where it would have been a different case. I think even a white man, had that been a white man, it would have been even different.
Why was he able to go back to another club after the first time he got caught?
So I'm
in a different part of town. What the fuck?
That's why I want to make sure we spread awareness. Spread his face everywhere so niggas know these are where.
You think people gonna? Let's be honest. You think people gonna tell who that is?
No other gyms. He needs to not be able to get into any other gyms. I want them to know what peeping He should have to register as a sexual predator.
Eric, he's an Asian guy.
I want them to
tell the difference.
I want them to know what peeping toms look like. They don't need to tell the difference. No, they know it and have a general. Just like to do it, niggas. I just need you to have a general.
Whole racial. Okay.
I want them to have a general look. I'm pulling niggas on them. I'm pulling shit that gets put on us on them. Okay. That's all it is. So watch out when you go to these Publix places. Watch out when you go to these gyms. Be aware of any weird activity.
And don't be
report.
Walking around with your shit hanging out.
Exactly.
Cover the fuck up.
Oh my God, old white people. That goes to you guys. Okay. I know you guys are comfortable just having your shit out, but you might end up over there on HongKong.com and shit because he done posted your shit up.
Oh my God.
Why should I give a damn?
Make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. WSIGAD podcast, WSIGAD_podcast on that Instagram. Make sure you follow us on there for all the updated clips. Make sure you like us on Facebook. Why should I give a damn? Y'all already know what time it is. Like us, leave a comment, and keep following us, man. It's episode 88. We're going to keep that shit trucking. Is there anything else anybody else wants to say before we get up out of here?
Yes, y'all. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Bree_Barber Podcaster, thegroomroombarber.com.
And it's Renaissance Bitch season. We got lots of events coming up. This weekend we are starting our Fem Power series with Red Light Special. We got a workshop with a massage therapist and a dancer. We're going to be doing a little bit of movement therapy and stuff. So go to renaissancebitches.com/events and check out what we got going on this month.
Oh yeah, and I was just smoking earlier, and I got a rhetorical question. Do you think Brittany Griner wants to be in the male jail or the female jail while she's in Russia?